Hi, I'm Les Landis with Landis & Associates. We're a management consulting firm, and we work in a variety of different areas, mainly to align marketing communications with employee engagement, or as we like to say, aligning your performance with your promises. And here's a basic question that I'd like to ask you. When it comes to delivering on the promises you make and the expectations that you create, does your organization know how to walk the talk? A lot of organizations are struggling with that because they can't get that alignment and that engagement. A simpler way to put it is, how does your performance match your promise? Inside and out. And when you're talking about inside out, obviously you need to begin with employee engagement, the people inside. We define employee engagement as an emotional connection that employees feel for their organization and their work that gets them tuned in, turned on, and eager to go the extra mile, or as some folks say, discretionary effort. That emotional connection is vital if you really want to get employees tuned in, and if you want employees then to resonate in a way that's going to have an impact on the marketplace and your customers. So why do you want to do this? Well, the value is pretty evident. The Gallup studies keep showing us that only 30% of U.S. workers are truly engaged, and actively disengaged workers, about 18%, are costing U.S. businesses $450 billion a year. Individually, that translates into about $18,000 per employee per year. Now, looking at it on the positive side of value, they also looked at the employee performance levels in engaged versus disengaged companies, and they looked specifically at things like customer ratings that were 10% higher in engaged companies, profitability 21% greater, productivity 22% greater, safety, hard to believe, 48% fewer, shrinkage and theft 28% lower, absenteeism, a huge cost, 37% lower, and finally, quality defects, 41% fewer. Now, this is pretty compelling evidence for anybody in an organization to see the value of investing in employee engagement, and in particular, making sure that what you're doing in employee engagement is aligned with what you're doing in terms of marketing communications, so that they're not operating in different orbits, different spheres, different silos. But before you start running to best practices, which is what most organizations do, looking somewhere else for the answer, you need to understand some basic fundamentals about employee engagement. And the one I call is the big why of human nature in the workplace. And that led to the writing of this book, Getting to the Heart of Employee Engagement, the Power and Purpose of Imagination and Free Will in the Workplace. Those two qualities, imagination and free will, are the things that most differentiate human beings from all other living creatures on the planet. The capacity to imagine, to envision things that do not even exist in the natural world, and then to create things from that. And then the free will to choose to do things that aren't wrapped in the program that all other living creatures have to operate by. And when we fail to understand and appreciate the value, the importance of imagination and free will in the workplace, we essentially take the human out of human being. And when we do that, we wind up compromising the thing that's most important in any organization's success, and that's trust. When you have trust in an organization, there are no obstacles that cannot be overcome. When you don't have it, every day is full of uncertainty and anxiety for people, no matter what else you have going for you. So that's why we've created the engagement imperative, based around, revolving around trust as the focal point, which leads to employee engagement, which leads to the customer relationships that are important for your success in the marketplace. It all begins with a foundation of values and vision, coming at that in a new way, a different way than typically most organizations look at how to develop those values. It's more democratic, more involved, more real than the typical kind of approach that organizations use. Then we build your vision around that. We build goals and strategies and plans around those values and vision. And then we work with individual managers to help build their credibility in a number of key areas: care and concern, honesty and openness, responsiveness, competence, reliability, apology and accountability. All of those things lead to the credibility that is essential for effective employee engagement. In addition to the management credibility factors, we look at your systems and processes so that we make sure that they really are saying that people come first. We look in the areas of measurement, rewards and recognition. We help with communication, learning and development, and continuous improvement. And when all of these things come together, we have the fuel, we have the driver for trust that leads to employee engagement, that leads to a high level of customer relationships, that leads to success in the marketplace. Now, this engagement imperative, this framework, is not brain surgery, but it does provide a map, provides a path for you to get to the kind of engagement that you want. It's going to resonate from the inside out and create the kind of success in the marketplace that you're looking for. And we do that in a variety of different ways, all aimed toward aligning employee engagement with marketing communications. On the internal side, we help with team planning. We have a model for organizational communications that we call real-life, real-time communication. A method for getting employees engaged in systematic continuous improvement that we call the Imagine Action System. We help with performance development processes, management coaching, and we do a cultural assessment that comes at the development of values in a much different way. On the external side, we help with public and media relations, sales and marketing, brand development, customer satisfaction, community investment, advertising. We also have a team that specializes in doing surveys and research, particularly in the area of employee opinions. So give us a call. With all of these services and the alignment that we can provide in your organization, we can help you create an organization where employees love to work and customers love doing business.